Ready?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Well, you're tuned in to 1040 AM KGGR 106.9 FM. I have two amazing people here with me, Mia and
Gerard.
There we go. There we go. They're my best friends now. I just met them this morning. That's okay. So y'all know how I do. I will mess up a name in a minute. Anyways, they are with ItSo Vegan. Keyword vegan. Hey, I'm excited to hear about it. Why? Because that's a direction I need to go in. So, if you're tuning in on radio now, or if you're on social media, wherever you may be seeing this video, they are here. They look great, and they have a lot of great information for us. And so we're definitely ready for it. November 16th, that is this Saturday. We want you to attend our event. It's Wellness Meeting Worship, and we all need to be well, right? Yep. And actually, those are pretty much kind of the same thing, wellness and worship. So we're excited about it. We have quite a few people who are going to be there, bringing lots of information to you, and you definitely don't want to miss out. So make sure you're there early. It starts at 10. So probably about 9:45. Come in, get yourself a great seat. Go ahead and talk to some of our vendors and people who are going to be there. All right. Now, one thing I'm always excited about at all events is food.
Right.
ItSo Vegan is here. I'm sorry. Go ahead and talk about your restaurant.
Okay, thank you so much for the introduction. Of course, ItSo Vegan is it's ITSO, which stands for In the Style of Vegan. So we serve soul food that is veganized. So it's your home style favorites that are vegan. So we have greens, candy yams, potatoes, mac and cheese, gravy, Salisbury steak, chicken sandwiches, Philly cheesesteaks, nachos are our top seller, cheesecakes and chocolate cakes, but everything is vegan and more. I didn't even say burgers and baked potatoes and so we
just added the baked potatoes.
We just added the baked potatoes. So we have so many things that you can enjoy without thinking about the fact that it's plant-based. So most people, the first thing they'll say is, I'm not really interested in losing weight. I don't really think that vegan meals are really for weight loss. They're more of an anti-inflammatory.
But they help.
They
definitely do. It's a byproduct of it. Weight
loss is a byproduct of it, but when I first started, I was making food for people that were actually sick. So that was the requirement. They had to have plant-based, anti-inflammatory foods. So all of the foods that I make, including the cheese, start off absolutely raw. From house ingredients, and also we make the chicken in-house from scratch from house ingredients. So everything is intended to be anti-inflammatory. And people can't really, tell that, but they'll tell that they're losing water. They'll feel like when they get up, their knees don't hurt as much. They'll start noticing different things about themselves, and they'll think, oh, I'm losing weight, but really the inflammation in your gut is going away. The inflammation in your brain is going away. The inflammation in your joints is going away. And so the arthritis doesn't hurt as much anymore. And then, of course, because you can move better and your quality of life is better, you start to notice your weight loss. And of course, the minerals and vitamins that are in the food you're eating make your body crave less things. So it comes all together just to be a better option at least a couple times a week.
Absolutely. So where are you located?
We're located in Grand Prairie, right on the other side of IKEA off 161 on Mayfield Road. It's on the cross streets of Mayfield and Robinson Road. And it's a little shopping center pushed to the back, almost near Carrier. But if you come over there, you can't miss us. Our sign is huge and we're open 7 days a week.
Okay, so you guys own ItSo Vegan?
Yes.
We have to support.
Absolutely.
We have to support. That's great.
To add to what she was saying, though, one of the most important things, because in our family, she went vegan first, and because of her son, and we'll talk about that. But the thing that we noticed in opening this business, because like you said, you would expect for your family or your friends to immediately go in and support. But because it was vegan, a lot of people did not support because there's such a negative stigma in the Black and brown communities. And so the approach that we took to vegan and plant-based eating was we didn't want our people, right, our Black and brown people, to feel like you're missing out on anything. So that's why we serve the type of foods that we do. So we don't ever claim to be the healthiest of spots and fruit and fresh. Our food is fried and everything, but everything is 100% plant-based because these clients that she had, they've gone through chemo, they've gone through every other medicine and all this other stuff, and at the very end, after your body has been just tortured from all this stuff, the doctor says at the end, well, maybe you might want to try a plant-based diet.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so we're showing our people what a plant-based diet could be from the beginning.
You know, and the number one thing that we complain about is, what does it taste like? Because we don't want nasty.
Right, absolutely. And that's the reason why our foods, and she's done an excellent job at creating the textures, the taste, the flavors, everything that to emulate what we're used to actually eating before, because that's the thing. With that negative stigma, we've combated that. And so she actually created a cooking class called Go Vegan and Love It, where she went over the different textures and different tastes, because it will be something to get something that looks like a burger, and then when you bite into it, it has the texture of Jell-O, right?
Yeah.
That would be disgusting, right? And so we have to get the flavors and the textures correct in order to make this successful, and we did
Because
it.
you know, you think about it, in our community, we love chicken.
We do,
right? And so when we bite into some meat, something that says it's meat, we want it to feel like chicken.
It needs to feel like it, absolutely, and taste like it too.
And cheese. One of the things that everybody says is like, I will go vegan, but I cannot do without my cheese. So the cheese was the first thing that I really feel like I mastered. And now the people come there, they prefer my cashew cheese over the nacho cheese they get someplace else.
That's me. I need cheese on everything.
Yes. So so we have the cheese down, and it's made from plant ingredients. It's
and so if anybody that's coming to the event wants to try out this famous cheese that she's making, that's what we're actually bringing to the event.
I'm bringing the plant-based cheese for you guys. It's loaded up with B12, tons of protein, and it is super, super tasty. Everybody loves it. We'll also be having our fresh wonton chips that we make in the store. They're very light and very crispy, and they melt in your mouth with the cheese, and they're topped with Gardein crumbles, which are vegetable-based taco seasoning crumbles, and they imitate like that ground beef there. So you guys will be able to get a really good bite of the cashew cheese and the Gardein and the wonton, and be able to just say, okay, well, I think I could do this.
All right.
So here's the thing. Another thing that people always ask about is it being expensive to do a plant-based diet.
Actually, I went plant-based at my poorest.
Wow.
I was poor because basically when you start figuring out what you need in order to create these things, those ingredients aren't expensive. It just takes more time.
Takes more time.
For example, when I got ready to make the chicken from scratch, I started off with the process they call making monk meat, which is taking flour, and putting some water in it, making a dough ball, washing that dough ball till all that's left is gluten after all the starch is gone, seasoning that gluten that's left over, boiling it and treating it like meat. That literally cost me pennies. And I was making lunch meat for my family. I was breading them up like steak. So I was eating, and then I would make gravy from the same flour that I was making the chicken from. So I'm taking a bag of flour and turning it into chicken fried steak with gravy.
And if you don't want to do all of that, you could easily just come to the restaurant.
Exactly.
You know what? It's a whole lot easier. Just drive right
there. Yes.
From here, I-20 to what, 161?
Yes, ma'am.
It's probably easier just to do that.
So it can be a little bit of time. That's why I wanted to teach my classes and show people what the ingredients were and how you were actually doing it. Take the time to do it once a week. Build up your pantry and your refrigerator, and then move forward. But people need to taste first, and that's why they can come see us and say, you know what, I'm super interested in learning how to do this.
But a piece of advice for you though, like if you wanted to try this, because like I said, there is that negative stigma in our community. What I would suggest is to take a meal that you really like and start replacing just one item, right? And just try to make it with one item that would be plant-based. We'll say like spaghetti, right? That's a very simple and easy thing to make. You know, you boil your noodles and some vegetable stock or whatever, so you still get the same flavors and everything that's in it, right? But instead of using ground meat, try it with the crumbles and season it the exact same way, right? And then by doing those small things, you can start introducing plant-based eating to your diet, and you'll start seeing those, byproducts of plant-based eating, which are weight loss and anti-inflammatory measures and all of that.
So is that your class is able to help us start with that one dish that you're talking about? Just, okay, here's a dish that I have. Can you help me?
Well, when we started the cooking classes, when she started the cooking class initially, that's pretty much what it was. I'm going to show you how to create this.
Yes, everything I had. There's a class that, and I still have, even though I'm open 7 days a week now, and I'm completely dedicated to the restaurant. But I had a class on beef, and I still intend to continue to teach these classes, but on vegan cheeses, on vegan meats, on vegan side dishes. So we went through on how to make mushrooms turn into vegan scallops. We went through on how to turn cashews into cheese. We went through textured vegetable proteins into meats. We went through all of that together, and we ate it. We were done, and it was a great time, and I can't wait to get back to that.
So November 16th, you have to come to the event. So both of you are going to be there,
right?
In case we have questions, that kind of thing. Now, I do want to tell everybody, we're not trying to fill you up. So eat before you come. You gotta tell me that. They're like, let me get some more nachos. Okay. Because we're going to have quite a few people at this event. So we want to make sure that we have enough to go around. So make sure that you eat before you come. So it's just about tasting it so that you can see that, you know what, it really does
to help to
good.
change that stigma in our community. Absolutely. And so like you brought up before, a lot of people are concerned, even though our restaurant is very reasonable price, we're the same price as Jack in the Box or Burger King or anything else like that. We're the same price that you would spend anywhere else, but we want to show our people what a plant-based diet could be before you get to the point where the doctor tells you have to do this in order to survive.
So where can we find your website?
It's ItSoVegan.com. That's ItSoVegan.com. ItSoVegan.com. And on all social media platforms, Facebook and Instagram, is also ItSo Vegan.
Gotcha. So if you can't make the event on November 16th, definitely go to the restaurant. I tell you what, don't wait till November 16th. Go ahead and go to the restaurant. So when you get to the event, you can testify.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. And the other thing that we're really big in community involvement. And so one of the things I definitely wanted to make sure that we talked about was our annual charity event that we started to do, our philanthropy efforts, right? In the community, which is our Soul to Soul charity event. That's Soul, the number 2 Soul charity. And that's also our website, as well as soul2soulcharity.com. But you can go there and you can donate, you can be a part of that. And so basically what the Soul to Soul charity event is every year on Christmas Eve, we get together and we bring the community together to feed and clothe the less fortunate in the community. Now, but to this point, we've all kind of been a part of the feeding the homeless thing before. It's kind of been there, done that type situation. What this event is essentially is a community togetherness event. We want to bring the community together. We don't know our neighbors anymore. We don't know these people that are right next to us anymore. And this is bringing these people together in the spirit of doing something good for someone else. So you know that everyone that you meet there came there to do something good for someone else. So it's the spirit is in the right place. Yeah. And so you network there, you grow your own businesses there. We as entrepreneurs, you know what I'm saying? We understand the importance in that networking factor. And you never know who you're going to meet in these events. So I implore everyone to come out, donate to the cause, come out and be a part of us. We have a DJ there. We feed them there. Right now this year,
this is all on your website as well? We can find you there?
On the Soul to Soul charity website. I'm sorry, I tapped there. The Soul to Soul charity website, it's on there, how to donate. And of course, our 501c3 documents and everything are there on the website. Our story is on the website. And also on the ItSo Vegan website, you can find a link to the Soul to Soul charity website to donate.
Well, I'm excited about it. There you go. An amazing, amazing restaurant. And I've heard so much about it. Okay. I haven't been there yet, but everybody's talking about ItSo Vegan. So I'm going to definitely have to make that drive. I live here in DeSoto. So about November the 16th, 10 a.m., we're going to be there. We're going to enjoy some ItSo Vegan nachos with a little sprinkle of everything on it, everything plant-based on it. It's just hard to envision how to do that. But I know y'all the professionals, and you definitely can make sure that you make that happen. One time, I want to tell this story right quick. A friend of mine had this pain, almost like an arthritis type pain in her arm. And this guy told her to take dairy out of her diet. She stopped drinking milk. She stopped eating cheese. And the pain went away. So this, I believe, you guys are telling me. So the inflammatory thing. And so we just I have a lot of stuff that's hurting, a lot of stuff that's swollen. So I think that can help. So I'm excited about starting this journey. So I'll try to pull my husband in That's
that
gonna
right,
be-
Clay?
Yeah, that's gonna be some work. But we gonna
And
see.
literally, that's what the whole purpose of the restaurant is, because we know the struggle that you have to deal with. We dealt with it with our own family, so we
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Yeah, so I'll bring them to the restaurant.
Yes.
And we'll definitely go from there. We thank you so very much. Are y'all doing all the cooking, or at the restaurant, or do you have people there cooking?
I cook at the restaurant, and my cousin Kay, she's the other person that cooks with me. I taught her all of the recipes, and so she's right there, like as my second hand. And then we have a very small staff. It's only a few people that you will see there, same people for most of the time, or even years. It's been the same, and we're very family based, and so that's how we keep it consistent.
So what are you gonna do when there's such a demand that you're gonna have to open in different states and different cities and different locations?
We would love that, and we welcome that opportunity.
Yeah,
we would love that.
And what we're doing along the way is we're making sure that we're keeping everything stable and consistent. So when it is time to train, it's not like, oh, well, she makes a cheese like this, and she makes like this, she makes like that.
Consistency is the key.
The consistency is the key. So we've already started to, make our processes stable enough to where we can be open 7 days a week with a small staff. So reproducing that with another small staff 7 days a week wouldn't be as difficult.
Ooh, I'm excited about it. All right, y'all, let's do it. It's So Vegan. Also, let's see you on November 16th at 10 a.m. You get to meet these lovely people. You get to talk to these lovely people, have all the questions that you want, and we get to taste their products. So I'm excited about it. And thank y'all so much for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Awesome. I just love y'all. Like, everybody talks about y'all. Like, that's what I was like.